Republicans are just standing by and not doing anything. This is against their party's values, and he's not doing anything that Republican.
Yeah, I mean, I think that of the many great insults that America is experiencing with this presidency, among the greatest insults are to the Republican Party itself. That the kind of cruelty and game-changing, you know, finding loopholes to try to win without following democratic processes is antithetical to what the Republican Party stands for. You know, what I try to tell, and I have to be careful, right? You don't want to be lecturing people, but one of the things that I think about is some of the core icons of the Republican Party are people like Dwight Eisenhower, who built the interstate system on tax dollars, or Teddy Roosevelt, the original progressive, who fought for a fair shake for the little person versus the large corporation. So my message, and this is where I get back to story, is that we need to look at what's actually happening instead of the narrative that's been built to tell us that this party's good for you and this party's bad for you. And when you start peeling back those layers and you start seeing, and we can sometimes stay just in economics, you start seeing that the economics aren't what is being sold. And that's the big issue, is that you're being told that you need to vote one way because that's the party that represents rural America. But then you realize entire tax structures, funding structures, all of that is set up so that you suffer. And that's where Appalachia comes in. The region has always been set up to suffer. And so for us, instead of continuing to vote for the people that will keep us suffering, we need to look at the other suffering individuals and start making allyships. And look at, one of the things I try to tell them as well is, you know, we have more in common with urban voters in Philadelphia, in Pittsburgh, and particularly other marginalized groups in Pennsylvania, that we should be standing together in unity against the authoritarians that are trying to keep us all poor. But somehow in the rural parts, the identity politics have gotten people to vote in another way, and they don't see an allyship with those individuals.